Hi, welcome to another Stratco how-to video. I'm Mark and we're here today looking at a Trex Composite Deck. It's an ideal deck for the DIY. Comes with a fantastic 50-year warranty for the domestic use, and another added feature to this is it's made from 95% recyclable items. So when you use these decks, you have the confidence that you're also helping out the environment. With this product, you get the 50-year guarantee, but it's rot-free, it doesn't warp, and it's ideal to put down against your pool facings or anywhere that you need a deck. Once you have ordered your deck and you're on site, you've got your pack, it's important that you go through your pack. There's a lot of components here which you've got to make sure that you have. With the decking system, there's 3 types of boards. You'll get your traditional board, which is a grooved board, which is used with the concealed fixings. You can see a sample of it here. The good part about the concealed fixing is these concealed fixings are color-coded. So what a great feature and part of the Trex system. The second board is your starter board or breaker board. These have a square edge and they are used with the concealed fixings. They will be used with these color-coded screws, which is another great feature of the Trex system. The last board, which is the fascia board, much larger board, 180 by 14, these will be used as well to finish off around the edge. Before you put all that down, this Trex Protect tape is ideal for putting on top of your joists, so to protect your deck and keep it great for many, many, many years. Safety always is paramount when doing any of these sorts of the jobs around the home. It's vital that you have the right gear. We need to be sure we're using gloves and using safety glasses when power tools and equipment around. There's also going to be dust as well when you're cutting up your new deck. So it's vital that you use a dust mask when you're using a drop saw or even any type of saw at all. I'm sure you're going to be working outdoors to put your new deck in, so it's vital that you have sun protection. You need to be putting sunscreen on any exposed skin and also using a hat. So now we're going to get into it, and you can see here that we're going to actually be replacing an old timber deck with Trex. This person's very happy that we're doing that with them today, but as you can see, we had to assess the deck. Vital that that is done before you put your deck down, and you can see here that we've had to replace a number of the joists. It's important that before we lay that down, that we put our joist tapes down, and we're going to show you how that is all done in the next few steps. Part of the Trex decking system is this Trex Protect, which is ideal for putting on the top of all of your joists before you put your decking down. Great product that prevents your joists from rotting over a period of time, plus the fixings when they go through protects the joists through that as well. So highly recommended to put this down first. Easy to do, self-adhesive, comes in big rolls. And then when you get to the end, just cut the tape. Now it's time to get the boards down. First up, you need to measure twice before you cut. We've already done that. We've put a string line in place, and it's now time to screw down the starter board. The starter board is the board that doesn't have any grooves on it. It's important that when you put the screws in, that you measure. You need to come in a minimum of 30 millimeters in the middle of the joist from both ends. As you can see, I'm marking there. In the kit with your screws, the screws come with the driver piece. They're a concealed fix, which you need to get them extremely flush with the top of your deck. Like so, nice neat finish. Okay, here's a situation where we are having to butt join and we're now putting in our breaker board. When you do the butt join, it's important that you maintain a minimum of a 3 mil gap, and we use these window spaces which are ideal for it. The breaker plank makes it so much easier when you're putting in a long deck where the planks are over 5.4 metres long. So we've put the breaker plank in, their 3 millimetre gap with the window packers, and once you've drilled them off, you just remove them out and you're good to go to the next phase. With the Trex boards, they're supplied over length to allow you to seal them. It's important that you do that before you start measuring, and the way you seal them is by cutting simply 5 millimetres off each end. With the Trex Composite Decking system, there's two types of retaining clips. The first one is what gets used against the edge board. So it simply fits, as shown here, against the edge board and screwed down with these supplied screws, which are smaller than the standard ones. Then once you've got that down, the other boards simply slide in and clip in, and you use these double-sided ones, and in they go. This is the Trex Universal Fastening Tool, designed specifically for these concealed fixings. You'll have seen these earlier on. They simply clip in like that, and it comes included with the driver piece. It increases your speed in getting your deck down, accuracy, and makes it really easy for the DIYer. As you can see, it simply fits in there, and then you screw it down. Couldn't be any easier. Okay, we're now installing the board to the end of the deck, and we're using the tool, the handy installer. Easy as that. And if you don't have the fastener tool, you can do it by hand. It's just important that when you are doing it this way, that you don't screw it down all the way straight off. You do it loose and then come back to it when the next board is installed. Same as this one here, which I'm now going to push down. Nice and tight. There we go. When you're installing your Trex deck, it's vital that you keep all of your boards in the same condition, preferably in the shade, because they can contract and expand. And when you're installing them, you want to have them all the same length. So here we are putting it in. As you can see, we just moved them from where we're storing them in the shade to where we're actually installing them on the deck. We're now about to install the Trex fascia boards. It's important that we get these fascia boards through the packers. You can install it either flush this way or over the top of the board. And before we install, we make sure that the packers that we've installed are 400mm apart, and here we go. And finish off with the screws nice and flush, top and bottom. So here we're screwing down the last of the end boards, and you can see right here on the very end we've had to rip down a board to fit into that gap. That's easy enough to do once you measure it accurately and allow the additional spacing on both sides. We're almost at the end of the job. It's been a big day, but a very rewarding day. We're doing the last fascia board. We're just finishing it off at 400mm centres. And now we'll show you what the finished deck looks like. Well, here we are at the end. Trex Transcend Island Mist, amazing. It's been a great day. Enjoyed putting it down. Can't believe how easy it actually went together. The whole system with the concealed fixings, the colour-coded screws, it's just amazing. And I think you'll agree with me that it looks fantastic. No longer is this homeowner ever going to have to sand, stain, or do any of that sort of stuff they normally do with a timber deck. This is amazing. Composite, 50-year warranty. I think you'll agree with me that there's going to be lots of people coming around here are going to be envious of the homeowner. It looks amazing. On to the next one. So we've finished that amazing poolside Trex deck. Before you even get to putting your lovely deck down, you actually need to decide what you like. Stratco, What you see behind me is a great selection centre. It has up to 10 varieties of Trex decking from the Transcend Tropicals and Transcend Lineage ranges, with samples you can take home to help you decide on the colour that will best work for you. We can also supply all the fixings, fasteners, protective joist tape you'll need to install your decking boards. If you're starting your deck from scratch and need to build a subframe, we can design it for you in steel using our Stratco Pro Beam system. Whether you want to build your new deck yourself or find a good tradie to build it for you, Stratco is the best place to start your project.